Hello, hello, Juan. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm doing well, Kimberly. Thank you. What about you?
Good. I'm doing good. Very good. Right now in Costa Rica, it's really hot. All over the world is cold, but in Costa Rica, it's very, very hot. How
Very,
about
very hot.
how about in your home? How is it?
More or less, it depends the place. For
Hmm.
example, inside house is a little cold,
Hmm.
but outside it's a little warm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Here, the sunset is over here on this wall, the
Mm-hmm.
wall that I'm looking at. And
Okay.
when I touch it, hi, my
Well,
light. There we go. When I touch the wall, it's so hot.
wow,
And my husband, he had his water bottle like touching the wall, and he grabbed it and he's like, oh, it's hot. His water bottle
wow.
was really, really hot. So yeah, it's really hot.
How many degrees?
Mm, let me see. 28. Right now it's 6:02, so it's 28.
28.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it's not so hot, but it's almost 30. So for me, once it's 30, it's like, ugh, it's too much.
In the center of Mexico, for example, in Veracruz or Hidalgo, um, sometimes the temperature, uh, how do you say, arrive at
Goes
36 goes
goes up to 36.
goes up to 36
Uh-huh.
goes up to
Okay.
36.
Goes
It's
up.
very
Think of
hot.
like the thermometer. When the thermometer goes
Mhm.
up, you can see it.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Then
Hmm.
when you're talking about when something's really cold, the temperature goes low as
Okay.
however, yeah.
In
So
Monterrey,
and mhm.
the water is very crazy.
Okay. Does it change a lot? Is it bipolar? One
Bipolar.
day it's hot and then cold, hot, cold.
Yeah, all the time.
So where
Maybe it depends the season of the year.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So here where I live close to the coast, to the beach.
Hmm.
So it's very, very hot all the time. But where my family lives, it's hot and cold. So in the morning, it's very cold. You have a sweater, and then 1 hour later, you're like, ugh, you take off your sweater, and then
Yeah.
it's raining, and then you're cold. You put on your sweater again, and then it's raining and it's hot. So you have your umbrella and you have to take off your sweater again. It's like it's
Mhm.
it's too much, too much to
Okay.
handle. Too many
And
clothes.
do you have a special reason because you are living in Costa Rica?
My husband, Costa Rican, and
Okay.
we when we got married we decided to stay here in Costa Rica because we want to stay in this area to help because we are both Jehovah Witness,
Okay.
and so we
Weakness.
uh-huh
Okay.
testigos
Weakness
de Jehová.
was.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So
I got
we
it.
are Jehovah Witness, uh-huh, and where we live, we focus on teaching the Bible to people who are deaf, who can't hear.
Okay.
So we learned sign language to communicate with, with deaf people. So in this area, we decided to stay here because there's a lot of people who are deaf who don't know sign language and maybe they want to learn about the Bible, but they can't because they can't read or they need it in sign language. So I
Okay.
learned Costa Rican sign language, and then my husband already knew, so he taught me a little bit. And then I was able to learn through other people. And now
Okay.
we've been here I've been here for 7 years, so
Okay.
that's
Before
what
the
I do.
pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So part of my life is Cambly, and another part of my life is sign language.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
But
So yeah,
do you receive a pay for that, or it's
no,
free?
no,
Is it
no. We only
free?
do it. Yeah, we do it for volunteer work. Volunteer.
Okay,
Yeah. So I
volunteer.
work. Right, right. So I work. My husband works, but a part of the time that we do is focusing on the deaf. So yeah, volunteer work.
Okay, in Mexico for the pandemic, a lot of people from the US they are moving to here
To Mexico.
because yeah, moving to Mexico because they are earning in USD and they are buying things in pesos and it's better
Uh,
for them.
yeah. Are they people who are Mexicans who are coming back,
No,
or
gringos como
American
tal,
people?
American
Okay,
people.
American people. Ah,
Exactly.
okay, okay. All right, all right. Yeah. I know. Well, I know a couple people who I grew up with who went back to Mexico. They decided to go back to Mexico, and they were like, "Goodbye, United States. We won't see you again." So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it
why
was
because they can work from home.
work from home, and then they already know English since they grew up in the United States, so they can speak English. So
Mm-hmm.
they can find a job, because they speak like gringos.
Mm-hmm,
Because they
exactly.
grew up in the United States, and maybe they didn't have citizenship, or they couldn't get jobs because they didn't have papers or residency or citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
So they just in the end decided to go back to Mexico, and they were able to get better jobs in Mexico than in the States.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Hmm.
And also people who they have companies in the US, but they are working from home. Uh, how do you say from Mexico or since Mexico?
Yeah, they're working from Mexico, but their companies in the States. Yeah, from
Uh-huh.
Mexico is fine. So
Okay.
like me, that I work for Cambly. I think
Mm-hmm.
Cambly's in New York. I don't know I don't know where Cambly is. I think it's in New York, or the main, because all the tutors are from everywhere. They're
Mm-hmm.
from Costa Rica, Europe,
Mm-hmm.
South America, Canada. They're from everywhere. So I don't think it's just one specific place that they're in. So yeah. I used to work for another company, but that company was in Beijing, in China.
In China.
But now I work for
Okay.
Cambly, that is in New York, I think.
And how do you feel with Cambly?
I like it. Um, it's really easy, honestly. I control my schedule. I'm like a freelance worker,
Mm-hmm.
freelance. So I don't really have a boss.
Uh-huh.
um, what I have is, let's say for example that I cancel a class. Let's say that I cancel a class today for you, and I send you a message, and I say, Juan, something came up. I can't be in class today.
Mm-hmm.
I get penalized for that.
And
So
a problem with payment sometimes or not?
no, I mean,
Mm.
I've been working for them for 3 months, and I haven't had any issues
Or
with
through
them.
PayPal?
Everything through PayPal. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's how you guys pay, right? Through PayPal also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think their money is through PayPal. So
Yeah, I share my code to USD for
mhm.
each people that they use my.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Yay, there you go. So go ahead and keep promoting and telling your friends to join Cambly. So
Yeah, it's not too much, but yeah, how you say ayuda is helpful.
yeah, it's helpful. It's something, it's helpful. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's good that they do that so they can get more promotions, and more people can join. So yeah, I like it. I haven't had any issues. I've heard other people have negative issues about it. But haven't had any bad experience. I just show up, I do my job. I try to do my job well. If I don't do it good, you tell me, Juan, if I don't do it good.
Okay.
So I just try to do my job well, and just like any job, you don't have any issues. If you do everything well, then you'll be okay. But I haven't had, like, the only issues that I had is, I don't know if you remember, I think it was like a month ago when the server of Amazon shut down.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember.
No.
So I didn't know that Cambly is connected to Amazon. And once the server of Amazon shut down,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom and my sister, they work for Amazon in the States. They work in the
Mm-hmm.
warehouses, in the
Okay.
buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said to go inside the building, you need to put a code. Like everything is through like teet, 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 like like
Okay.
Alexa, like technology. And they
Okay.
said that because of the server going down, they were
Mm-hmm.
stuck inside the building. They couldn't get out of the building
Wow.
because of the technology that was connected. That same day, my husband worked for Amazon too.
Mm-hmm.
That same day he was in training, and then for some reason everything just stopped working.
Wow.
He's like, why isn't nothing working? I was working for Cambly and I was having difficult issues to connect to class. And that's when I found Cambly is connected to Amazon. So when
Okay.
Amazon was down, Google, Cambly, all the companies that were connected to them were down also. I don't know if you remember, this was in the news. It was like one day. And so that
When
was when
happened
I don't know if it was in December or in January. It was either one,
the
December or
the,
January.
the last year?
And yeah, it was recently.
Wow, I don't
And
remember.
yeah, and then I remember that I was getting emails saying you're not showing up to your class, you're late. Why aren't you in your class? And I'm like, I'm trying to get into my class. And then I got an email saying the servers are down. You will be like dismissed. You will be forgiven for like the my fault. So yeah,
Okay.
those are some of the things.
And do you have a special place for your work?
I do right now
Okay.
at night is because my husband works at night.
Okay.
So while he's working in the office at night, I work in the living room because I only work a few
Okay.
hours at night. During the
Okay.
day, I'm in the office.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But because he's talking and I'm talking, we can't be in the
Uh-huh.
same room because he could hear everything and I could hear everything, and it would be distracting for you.
Have you
So
ever
yeah,
working at night as well?
yeah, I'm working at night right now.
Wow. What time
Uh-huh.
is there?
6:14.
6:14. It's
Yeah.
not too
No, no, it's not too late. What time is it in Monterrey? Right,
six
is where you live.
6:15.
Oh, okay.
It's the same.
For me, it's late because I'm old and I
Okay.
sleep. I sleep like at 9.
Wow.
I sleep very early. Yeah, and
How
I
old are
wake up
you?
very early. Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
You are younger than me.
I know, but my mind is old. Like I'm old, and I like to
Okay.
sleep early, like a viejita.
Wow. I am 33 years old.
Oh, okay. 1 year. 1 year.
1 year. Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Exactly. And I go to sleep at usually 1 or 2 p.m. 2
2
a.m. 2
a.m.
a.m.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. My
He and
husband, he goes to sleep late too. I don't know why. And I'm like, go to sleep.
yeah, I go to sleep at 2 and or 1 a.m. because my wife she's studying and she has a lot of homework all the
Hmm.
time and I wait for her.
Oh, how sweet. I don't wait for my husband. I'm like, bye. And then I go to sleep. But he doesn't have homework. So it's like, I'm going to go to sleep.
It's very
What year?
hard.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm used to it. I'm used to waking because when I worked for the company from China in Beijing,
Mm-hmm.
I would wake up at 3 in the morning for
Wow.
that company because they were children who had to learn English. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to adjust to that time,
Okay.
the time from China, not my time. So I would wake up every day really, really, really early. Now, because Cambly is everywhere, Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, Japan, China, in the States, in America, it's everywhere.
Your
It
schedule
doesn't
is your
matter.
choice.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I can work whenever I want at whatever time I want
Okay.
because I will always have classes,
Usually,
which
how
is
many hours do you dedicate to Cambly?
I work 4 days a week and
Okay.
I do about 8 to 6 hours a day.
Okay.
But I hear your dog drinking water.
Okay, you have a good ear.
But I try to work 2 hours. So for example, right now it's 6 o'clock. Right now I work from 6 to 8. You're my
Okay.
first student. You are my very, very first student.
Okay.
But I learned that for 2 hours, talk, 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 talk.
Mm-hmm.
I like I don't have any
Okay.
more saliva.
Okay.
My lips get really, really dry. I'm constantly putting on chapstick and
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
constantly drinking, drinking, drinking water. So I
Okay.
stop for 1 hour. I stop
Mm-hmm.
to just like, and then I start again. So
For
two
recovery.
hours, So 2 hours straight, 1 hour stop. 2 hours straight, 1 hour. Because I'm just like, blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. Mhm.
Okay.
So
Um.
Juan,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any question?
No, I forgot. I forgot it.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. All right. So I've been talking to people about phobias. So I'll tell you some of my phobias and then you tell me some of yours, okay?
Phobias.
Phobias, a
Do you know
fear,
what is
something that,
existential?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what's mean existential crisis?
Existential crisis?
Existential crisis.
Uh-huh. Do I know what that is? Is that a phobia of yours? An existential
Hmm.
crisis?
Now,
Really?
I don't think so, but before, yes. Yes.
Why? Why
For
before?
example, way before, I don't know, I was, how you say,
Depressed?
deprimido?
Depressed?
Depressed?
Uh-huh.
Depressed? Yeah, I was depressed. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm, ah, also, I had a pain on my, how you say, pecho?
Chest pain.
Chest pain. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I went to the gym, and before I felt a chest pain, but
Uh-huh.
in
Uh-huh.
this part, in this
Uh-huh.
not in my hair, in this part,
Uh-huh. In the center, in
but
the middle.
in the center. But I didn't know. I didn't know why, and I went to the doctor 2 days before, 2 days after,
Uh-huh.
and they told me no. She told me you don't have anything. It's just how do you say cartílagos,
I don't know
inflamación de
what
un
that is.
cartílago.
Okay, inflammation of I don't know how to say cartílagos in Spanish in English.
Okay, I have
Is
Google
it does it
Translate.
have to do with your do you have with
Cartilage, oh,
I don't know what that
cartilage,
is.
cartilage
Oh,
inflammation.
cartilage. Cartilage.
Cartilage.
Really? Inflammation of we have cartilage here? I didn't know that.
Yeah, in this part,
Ah, I didn't know that we had that.
you
Okay.
you can call costochondritis.
Ah, okay, okay. And that's
Yeah,
like what, breathing?
costochondritis.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't see. Not a nurse. I'm not a doctor, so I
Okay.
didn't know that.
So that's
So
why
what
I feel
happened?
what happened. I was scared.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, can you explain to me what an existential crisis is? Because for me, it means I don't know what it means to me. It means like that you're going through something. It's not like is it like anxiety?
Mhm.
Is existential crisis like anxiety?
What's meaning? Could you type the word, please?
Anxiety, ansiedad.
Yeah, inside. Inside.
Okay. So existential crisis is like anxiety, or is
Yeah,
it
something like that.
different?
No, it's,
Okay.
I think something like that. Yeah, since then, every pain I felt uh, related into death. Yeah. Oh, oh
Oh,
my
okay,
God,
okay.
me voy a
Uh-huh.
morir.
Uh-huh. Like I'm gonna
I
die.
will die. I'm gonna
I
die. Yeah.
I think I have an existential crisis every day
Okay.
because during the pandemic, every day I was like, I have COVID, and my husband's like, Why do you have COVID? I was like, I don't know. I don't smell anything. And then my husband's like he's like, and then he would go to the bathroom, and I'm like, never mind, I smell it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because people don't understand you, and they think you just want attention.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it's hard.
think I think it has yeah, existential crisis I feel like is anxiety. My brother, he has anxiety and he has anxiety attacks. So he could be driving happy and out of nowhere he'll have like an anxiety attack. And then my mom would tell him, "It's in your head. It's in your head. Get out of your head," you know?
Exactly, it's in your head.
Yeah, and my mom and my dad were like, "Oh, he's like está exagerando," you know? They're like, "Oh, he's just exaggerating." And then my brother says, "It's like I explain it, but I feel like I can't breathe. Like I don't
Hmm.
know what it is." And it happens more when he has a lot more stress going on in his life. And so he got diagnosed by a doctor, and the anxiety he was diagnosed with anxiety, you know, depression. And
Hmm.
so he has to take medication to help him to to control that because it's something that he could be walking la 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 and I don't know where he'll feel like someone is like pushing his chest.
Yeah, I couldn't go out except to my work because I didn't have choice.
Oh, really? Do you take
Yeah,
medication? Do you take medication for that?
clonazepam
Okay.
just for 6 months,
Mm-hmm,
six
mm-hmm,
months,
mm-hmm.
and how do you say lo fui?
I started letting it go. I started
I starting let
letting it letting it
letting
go.
letting it go.
Mhm.
I started letting it go, but it was
So,
hard actually. Yeah, I
okay,
recorded the
okay.
video and I upload the video to my social media, explaining my experience with the how is it anxiety
Anxiety. Anxiety.
anxiety mm-hmm.
Anxiety.
anxiety.
Hold on. Eh,
I have been using an application,
Anxiety.
anxiety.
There you go.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I have been using one application. The name is Elsa. I don't remember if I told you before.
No, no, I
Elsa
have no
Speak.
idea.
Okay, Elsa Speak is an application where you can improve your
Uh-huh.
pronunciation.
Okay, okay. I thought it was I thought it was it was about anxiety. I was like, why are you working on your pronunciation for anxiety? But no, no, no. It's separate for English, for English.
For
Okay,
English,
okay.
exactly.
All right, right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if you say the word bad, the application they say or he say you are bad or you need to repeat again.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
All right, all right.
and they say you have 60% like a native or 19 like a native. So it depends your pronunciation.
Oh, okay. It's only for pronunciation.
For grammar as well,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, you could have real conversations, but um, like how do you say, artificial
Artificial
intelligence.
intelligence. Artificial
Artificial.
intelligence.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
it's good. Yeah, I have been practicing with that application 2 weeks maybe.
Mm-hmm. You you speak English well. You understand me. Do you understand me? Because if you
Yeah.
don't understand me, always remember, like you have to tell me, like I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Um, what you have to work is only with fluency. Your pronunciation, I mean, that's something that in time you will get really, really good at. You will
Mm-hmm.
work on it. Like I said, try to watch movies in English as
Okay.
much as you want to watch it, like a doblaje, like in Spanish. Try
Mhm.
to resist it. Listening to English will help you to, oh, that's how you pronounce it, or hearing how other countries or other accents, how they say their pronunciation too. So try to do that. But you have to work is on fluency, where you're trying to figure out what word to say, and and because I know Spanish, you want to tell me in Spanish, but try to resist.
Okay.
Resist using Spanish, and go slow when you speak in English. Just before you want to say something, think about it, and then like, okay, so what I want to say is this. And it'll help. It'll help you with your fluency. And reading is really good. Do you
Yeah,
like to read?
recently, yeah, I like to read.
Okay.
But my big problem is I don't have the enough time.
How
But
about
I
like
think
listening to a podcast? Do you like listening to podcasts?
yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I listen podcast on
hmm
YouTube.
Okay. So listen to one in English on your way to work, on your way to, or an audiobook, a book that you can't read.
Okay.
Maybe you don't have time. You can listen to an audiobook.
Just podcasts on YouTube, for example,
Okay.
interviews
hmm
or
hmm
real conversations and something like that.
hmm Yeah. So if you can try to read a book or an audiobook, that helps a lot. My husband, he read the Sherlock Holmes books,
Mm-hmm.
and he knows more English than me because those are old English, like
Wow.
English from like a long time ago when Sherlock Holmes was first written. And so he'll tell me a word and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "That's an English word." I'm like, "No, it's not." And then later he'll show me, "See?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Because
And
it's old
yeah,
English from a long time ago. And I
okay.
don't know
And
old English.
that's why for the Bible.
But the Bible, there's newer translations. There's old
Okay.
translations, but
Uh-huh.
there's also newer translations that are more modern, that
Okay.
don't use words like thee and thy, and words that we don't say today. I don't say that in my daily vocabulary. So yeah.
Yeah, when I read the Bible, I found a lot of old words.
Yeah. We as Jehovah Witnesses, we have one that's called the New World Translation. So if you would want to try to read it, that one was translated in 2013, 2000 between 2013 and 18. It was
Okay.
released in 2019. So it has more modern it has more modern in Spanish is traducción del Nuevo Mundo. So it has more modern words that for
Okay.
me, as not a native Spanish speaker, I'm like, "Oh, I understand really good." All
So
right. I have to say goodbye. I'm so sorry. Don't tell me. Tell me. Go ahead. What?
okay. So you are not a native speaker in Spanish.
I don't
You are
know.
not.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because my Spanish is like broken Spanish. I
Okay. Okay.
understand it very well, but when I speak it, it's like All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Juan. Have a good night.
Bye, bye.